It's that time again. Always starts with a smile. Back like it never happened. Have to look at the date. It's a happy Monday. Here's the Monday smile. Hey! Today we're going to be looking at the Uthman talking to Mormons. Doesn't lie at all, mate. Never lied at all. So should we get it started? It's 6-5 gang. Today, let's start as we mean to go on. On my left-hand side, the man, the myth, the legend, young Christian apologetics. Okay. Hello, me. His humble servant. Act like you don't know, so we tell them. And who is this? It's the new gang member, Gang, Lily of Speaker's Corner. Guys, are you sitting comfortably? Then we shall begin. Unmute yourselves, guys. Say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone. Peace be with you. God bless. Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, what's going on, people? What's going on? Ladies first, you know. I mean, I didn't want to interrupt.
Well,
you know,
you always make us feel bad when we're. You get me? It's that Southern comfort voice you've got. That voice, bro. Okay, so listen, I'm going to do this one. Are you ready? Boom. One message foundation. Let's see if he veers away from his message or he lies about his message. But are you sitting comfortably? Because I saw this and I thought, bro, this is going to be good. And it didn't let down. So we've got the, yep, okay. Let's let the games begin. I might overuse this bell. It's new.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from North Carolina in the States.
Oh, me too. I'm from California.
Really?
Yeah, San Diego. Yeah.
Opposite sides of the country, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, but North Carolina is still the U.S.
Yeah, yeah.
And California, so it doesn't seem like the U.S. sometimes, but it is. Right? What about you? Utah. You're from the homeland, man. You're from the mother country, man. That's cool. How's your?
Do you think he's softened them up a little bit?
Of course he's softening them up, getting them ready for them fresh lies. He's gonna serve them up. Those them new Muslim hot L's, them hot lies. They coming.
Do you think this man has sold second-hand cars before?
Bro, actually, truth be told, I thought he was a black market dealer in Chinese knockoffs. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's just what I believe that he does in his off time.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's continue.
Mission going?
Great, yeah.
Yeah. How do you like the UK?
I love it.
Nice. So do you got a lot of interactions with a lot of other Christian groups out here then?
Yeah, fair bit.
Yeah. I always have a lot of discussion with the evangelicals. They're way different.
Yeah.
I like the Mormons, man. I like you guys do a lot of research on the Bible, man. That's cool.
That's the first joke of the day. I like that one. That's quite good there, Uthman.
I was in Utah myself a while back in Salt Lake and Ogden. It's pretty cool, man. Met some of your elders out there. It's cool. Yeah. Do you know a lot about Islam or?
A fair bit. I've picked up some from.
Right. What do you know?
Well, see, I know you believe Jesus Christ was a prophet.
Yes. That's good.
He was the Messiah, but not necessarily the Son of God.
Good.
I also know that you believe he didn't die on the cross, but he was taken up to heaven.
Hey, you know a lot, man. Look at you. What's your name?
My name's Elder Poole.
Your name is Elder or you are Elder? I'm just cool. I'm just messing with you. Elder cool, man. So go ahead. What else?
I also know that you believe that at the end of the world, Jesus Christ will come back and defeat the Antichrist.
Nice.
I don't really know a whole lot about Islamic afterlife or anything like that.
All right. Well, we believe in heaven. We believe in hell. Not so much like the Christian, like Hollywood version, but more like.
Bro. I have to stop it there. Not like the Christian Hollywood version. I'm so glad that my version of heaven as depicted is like a movie. You get me? Why would you not, like, honestly?
Check this out. I love when we deal with people, what I always find interesting is they have a slanderous term instead of saying not the version that appears in their text. You never say, I'll never hear that. You never hear, not what you hear, not what you read in the Bible, because that would be, I guess, telling people about the Bible, I guess. But it's like not the Hollywood version. What are you talking about? How about you just talk about our scriptures? How about that?
But they've got the Marvel version though, haven't they? They're the ones.
No, actually, I don't know if I'd call it Marvel. I'd probably list some company names, but I can't because I'm Christian. But I would just say that the version they have starts with P and ends with sort of like graphic. Y'all fill in the middle.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. I'm a Christian, so I'm gonna leave a gap there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the Mormons, they get their own planet. They become gods in their own planet, bro.
Yeah, they become gods, right? Yeah. That's also weird.
Like
with endless spectral women to
you don't say
R-rated stuff. Yeah,
this is crazy. All these very graphic, heavenly, fleshly versions, if you will. It's interesting. I just know what our book says, but
so I'm gonna overuse this bell. I don't care. It's new. It looks so English as well, doesn't it? Oh. Okay, dinner is served.
Like an everlasting, wonderful life in peace with you can see God, live forever. We believe there's a punishment in hell. We don't believe the devil rules hell. We believe he's being punished as well because he's not, it's not like he's a king in hell or something like that. Yeah.
Can we give him some Bible?
Mormons, we have. Whoa.
Say that again, brother.
Yeah, I say, can we get some Bible? Who said the devil rules hell? Why was hell?
He was thrown into the lake of fire. That is the second death. So how is he ruling there?
And hell, it was created for the devil and his angels. If you read the biblical text,
Matthew 25:41.
Thank you, my brother. I know somebody got it up there. I said, that's why hell was created. So where is he getting this depiction from? Man, the lies. I tell you, the devil make him sound so good, don't it? But he's a good servant of his father, though. So I expect it.
He's a good. Allah is the greatest of deceivers, but Uthman is a close second.
He's trying his best to live up to his father's legend. You know what I'm saying? He's trying real hard.
He's a close second.
This is why it's good if y'all know the word out there.
Bronze. Ali Dawah need to get us the bronze. just a little side note. You know that his Temu mats that he gives out and gives him money to do it. His website link doesn't work. It's a dead page. They don't exist. They're fugazi. They don't exist.
It's crazy.
You can't get them. They don't exist. I'd go to the page, but I want to keep on track. But we'll go to it afterward.
I just want to point out one thing, right? They say they study the Bible, right? Nobody said the scripture because you should know why hell was created if you read your Bible. Maybe they're in the book of that other thing that they read a lot, I guess, because in the Bible, it wouldn't even take me long to have that nice retort. No, the devil doesn't rule hell. It was created for him because iniquity was found in him.
Can we just call Quran the encore from now on? It's just an encore, isn't it?
Well, you know what? Actually, it attempts to be an encore. Let's call it that. It'd be like an encore if the band got drunk, was still trying to play.
Do you know when you have a book and it has the this isn't a fictional book, but it has like the summary at the back.
Right. Oh yeah, right.
The synapse. The summary. Yeah.
It's a summary. Right. Without further ado, this is what we do. Check, please.
Ladies out. We have some things in common. I mean, you believe that the Bible, as the King James Version, as they have it today, is not complete, right? Yeah. And we believe it's been corrupted as well. We believe the true message.
Would they believe it's corrupted? Would you? Do they believe it's corrupted?
So I would agree with them. I would agree with Shaykh Uthman because their religion is similar. Because if you study Joseph Smith and Muhammad, they have a similar lifestyle. Joseph Smith was a polygamist. Muhammad was a polygamist.
And do you know what else?
They're called cult leaders.
Cult leaders, but listen to this. If anyone comes to you with another gospel, even an angel, Angel Moroni?
Angel Moroni,
yeah, it's literally the same. So I was about to say, it's literally the same source. They both got it from an angel. In fact, when they came to my door, I brought that up. I was like, well, you say you got yours from an angel, so does Islam.
It's as if Jesus had a time machine or the testimony of him was prophecy. Make it make sense.
And the chosen flan. Yeah, we're gonna bring. I'm sure we'll talk about that shortly because that's true too.
Come on, brother. There's so much gold in here. We're just getting started, getting the minutiae.
Yeah. And plus, the Muslim love to use the argument that the scripture has been corrupted. We still haven't get that evidence where in the Quran that the Bible has been corrupted. All throughout the Quran, that it affirms the authority and the authenticity of the scriptures.
Exactly. Right. Allah's word can't be corrupted.
And also, where is that? If the Bible has indeed been corrupted, where's the complete and unedited breakdown of what's corrupted and what's not?
And
Just
what's up with calling that the previous God's revelations can be corrupted
right. That's
in the
another great
first
question.
place? Like, it's not supposed to ever be corrupted by man. That's what the Quran says. So,
Exactly. Ready?
Yep.
Come on. I'm going to overuse it, guys. Get used to it.
Of Jesus that he spoke to his followers in Aramaic is not what we find in the New Testament today, right? So that's something we have in common, right? You guys do.
Did Jesus speak in Aramaic, or did he speak in Koine Greek, Aramaic, and Hebrew?
I thought it was what you just said. I thought it was 3 languages, and I thought it was 3 languages on the cross where he was crucified. And I'm trying to figure out where it says in the Bible, since that's what he says he's quoting, that Jesus said he spoke Aramaic. Like, where was that quoted in the Bible?
I can tell you one thing though, right? Islam says that a prophet is always sent to his people, meaning the language and the message will be the same as the targeted population, right? But then the Quran uses the translation of a Greek word for gospel, but Jesus wasn't Greek. Then
Right.
why
And-
didn't they just translate from Aramaic to Arabic? No, they'd rather get the Greek word that then was translated into Syriac in a corrupt form, and then translate that one into Arabic. But
Lily,
Jesus wasn't Greek.
You're complicating it, guys.
No.
Sorry.
Allah knows
Hold on.
best.
I just want to point out one other thing.
Allahu
They say a
Alam.
prophet, because Muslims always read this up. They say a prophet is sent to the people they're sent to in their own language. Okay. So who
Right.
was Jesus sent to? The Israelites and the Gentiles, and he seemed to speak all the languages for those groups. That's crazy, isn't it? Like, is that just me?
Bro, the dots are connecting.
It
I'm
could just be
really
me.
about to take my Christian Shahada.
Christmas though, right? What's up with that though, man? You know Christmas is not from Jesus' birthday, right?
Yeah, but I think it's more about the message behind it than the actual day.
But it's a pagan holiday though, right? Saturnalia, 25th of December. I mean, it was there pre-Christianity. Early church fathers condemned it. In fact, the Puritans that came to the U.S. condemned it originally. So why would you celebrate something that was a pagan festival, right?
Well,
like JWs don't celebrate it.
Do you know my answer to that one? And we're having that festival as well. Jesus wasn't born at Christmas. That's ridiculous. He was the picture of the lamb, wasn't he? But I'm just saying, yo, bro, we're having it. If one day, Romans, if one man deems one day holier than another, let him be fully convinced in his mind. I'm having Christmas, bruv.
Yo, I mean, just not only that, right? But you see what he did there? And he's going to do it again. He said that they said Jesus was born on that day. No, they didn't. No Christians ever told me Jesus was born on that day. In fact, most of the people, I asked my dad this question many years ago, and I've done a little bit of research since then. I'm not the foremost expert, but everybody I know believes Jesus was born in October. That's the day we celebrate Jesus' birthday, not the day. And again, if you want to equate it to real world, being the old veteran that I am, sometimes in the military, you get home late on your birthday or you're not there. So you celebrate your birthday on another day, but no one assumes that other day has therefore become your birthday. See the trickery? I mean, the devil got a slick tongue if you're not paying attention. Just saying.
Slick back. Okay, so let's take that one.
We're celebrating the Christ part of it, right? I don't think God's gonna be mad if we're celebrating Christ.
But you're talking about a birth that wasn't on that day. It's a lie, right? Like if you say this is the day Jesus was born and historically he wasn't, you guys are well read in the Bible. If you talk about how when the wise men came and so on, being out in the field, it couldn't have been December, it would be way too cold, right? So historically, most Christian historians will tell you that Jesus was born in the summer. So to make 25th of December, which was pre-Christianity, Saturnalia, pagan festival, into being the birth of Christ is just not a reality, right?
I don't want to start dropping bombs so far, but trying to prove the existence of Muhammad is quite difficult from external sources.
That's not even the point. The point is no Christian church really teaches that. If you ask, like, growing up, everybody would say, it's actually wrong to just celebrate Christ's birth in one day. Let's celebrate it every day. Every day should be as special because his birth and death and resurrection, all of those are important and should be celebrated every single day, not just during Passover or Christmas or any other special occasion.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, it's a very good marketing move to actually get something that usually gathers people, and then instead of celebrating as pagans, you go, hey, how about you all guys, let's celebrate Jesus instead. Why couldn't we use, Christians are known to do that, use opportunities, gatherings, every chance we get to celebrate and talk about Jesus. So that's just a very bad argument.
So in your
Yeah,
eyes,
no
Lily, hang on 2 seconds. In your eyes, Lily, we celebrate Jesus Christ every day. So every day is a festival, 365 days a week, a year.
Yeah.
I like that, bro. I like that. I'm down with that, bro. Every day is a festival for me.
And again, every Christian I've ever spoke to has never said they knew the date of Jesus' birthday. I've always heard we estimate this or we believe that, but everybody will tell you that it's not the 25th of December. I've never heard anyone say unequivocally that the birth of Jesus is the 25th of December. But you see what he's doing. Again, that's what I hate about manipulative languages and the lies that these people who serve their father so well do. He's saying we say that's his birthday. No one says that. No Christian I've ever talked to says that. We celebrate it on that day.
Mm-hmm.
And as Lily said, I'm thankful for God every day. That's why I celebrate the good news.
Come, bro. Okay, ready?
That's why the JWs don't celebrate it too, you know? Yeah. So that, like, I always feel funny because I used to go to church growing up and they'd tell us that Jesus was born and knowing that it wasn't his date of birth, right? That's just like lying to your congregation, right? Don't you think so?
I mean, I understand what you mean, but
yeah, you don't think it's like when were you born? Don't give me exact date, but let's say a month, right?
I was born in February.
February, right? Like if I go to your kids and I'm like, he was born in August. In August, we're gonna celebrate his birth. You'd be like, yo, bro, I was born in February, right? Like you wouldn't be okay with lying to your kids, right? Right? Yeah.
I mean, I think so. In our church, we're led by a prophet. I think if God had a problem with us celebrating Christmas on that specific day, he would have told us.
Really? So you believe the prophet?
Many false prophets will come in my name.
Is like directly in touch with God, like all the time?
He strives to be.
Like I'm sure there's things the church used to do, then the church changed, right?
Well, yeah.
Meaning that at a time, like for example, polygamy. Right? The Mormon church practiced polygamy.
Oh,
It goes to Islam.
Yo, not only that, right? Not only that, but here's my question, right? So he's saying that something changed in his religion. The prophet had his own separate rules. The prophet could have any woman he wanted, any number of wives, any number of captives. Again, I'm gonna be Christian, so we're gonna be, use the edited version. Any number of captives, but then told his followers they could only have 4. What are we talking about? Like their religion doesn't even have consistency with the prophet and the followers. It's crazy.
Make sense. Make it make sense.
Oh, what's up, Albert? Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Listen, there's a link for Albert. Come up, bruv. Come, bruv. Okay, let me not overuse this bell. Oh, well, that lasted long.
Yeah.
And today they don't, or do you? All right. Maybe the FLDS do, right?
Yeah.
Right? I met them too, yeah. So now, at that time that the church was practicing polygamy, the prophet didn't tell them, your prophet, this is wrong, right? But today, if you do it, your current prophet tells you can't do it, right?
Yeah.
So was he not in touch with God back then, or how did that happen, right? Do you think polygamy is wrong? Let's put it that way.
When not sanctioned by God, it is wrong.
Okay.
I would love to ask him that question.
Yeah.
Uthman, is polygamy wrong?
Yeah, what level of polygamy? Why you asking? You know what I'm saying? So it's like 100 wives where it starts to become wrong, or is it just 4 because you're not a prophet? And then if I meet an angel and then I declare myself a prophet, does that mean I can have 7 or 11 now, or does the number, like, do I get multipliers? Like, how does this work? I feel like I'm in an arcade. Like, do I just get more quarters, or do I just need to capture some women and then like I can add like 12 that don't count to my 11 that do? Like, can you just let me know how the math works? All I'm saying.
Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense.
Very double standard. That's very double standard.
That's all a bunch of nonsense, honestly, because if they're claiming, both these groups, they're claiming that they follow Yahweh, then, well, one, God didn't create Adam and Eve, Lily, Julie, and Susan, right? It was Adam and Eve, right? And a lot of things happened that God frowned upon, but regulated in order to help the Israelites. So, for example, they're going to say, oh, but God sanctioned slavery, God sanctioned polygamy. No, he didn't. He was just trying to help us in our hardness of our hearts. And polygamy was not a thing either. It was made clear in the New Testament, but if you're smart enough and you're not disingenuous, you read the Old Testament and you do realize that it's problematic. Whenever a husband doesn't give equal attention, equal feelings, equal whatever it is that he has possessions, and that's just a bunch of nonsense. Why do they claim then that Yahweh changed and now he's totally okay with polygamous relationships if the New Testament condemns it? So,
right. Well, and that goes part and parcel with the fact that everyone God has worked with, other than himself, clearly, is a sinner as well. So that's I mean, it's just kind of a rule. Also, as a good commenter pointed out, didn't Mutah change? I had forgot about that. So shout out to the Sir Clips a lot, because if I'm not mistaken, Mutah is something that I guess it does depend on your sect. There's schisms, I'll be fair, but that changed. So I'm just saying, like, you got to be careful of your weights and measures now.
Okay.
An abomination, in fact.
So when the early Mormons were performing polygamy, were they doing an abomination?
They did it by the command of Heavenly Father, and then came a
That
time
don't
where
even
Heavenly
make sense
Father
to you,
said
bro?
that the time was no longer needed for it.
So how can an action be something good at one time and abomination at the other?
He's literally saying that his religion's an abomination.
Yeah, so how can I have 11 but you have 4? How do the rules work? Again, just same question right back. I don't know how that works. How can Mutah be good but not good anymore? I don't know.
What about King Solomon? Wasn't he led astray by his multiple women? It's just bad examples. Every time we see a man in a polygamous relationship, it's a bad example.
He had
bad outcomes.
2 for every day of the week and some extras for the weekend.
And then next thing you know, he's building pagan high places and he's taking women that God told him not to. Something about disobeying God, I tell you. It's a recurring thing. I'm just saying.
All that
and they will become one flesh, right?
Yeah.
One flesh.
Don't forget, that was the wisest
half.
man to ever live, by the way. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
Come on.
Like, does that make sense to you?
Depends on the context.
Like, so I mean, polygamy, there's not a lot of context. You get married to more than one woman, right? Like, so I'm saying is the early Mormon church practiced polygamy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then today they do not.
Yeah.
Right. So when they were practicing it, it's not like there was some different circumstance, right? Was it an abomination then?
I would say it's kind of like the Mosaic Law, where they sacrificed animals, right? Nowadays we think sacrificing animals, that's evil.
Why?
That's wrong.
I don't think that.
That's weird.
Are they vegan?
Well, yo, first of all, it's what I'm talking about with your Bible. They say they read the Bible, right? Why do we no longer sacrifice animals? Because we have a perfect sacrifice. We don't follow the law anymore either, and God won't even accept that sacrifice. So what are you talking about? Like, just open those pages. If it's one thing I ever want y'all to know HHS is about, just open that book. Just and you will understand why we don't do these things anymore. We have the Lamb of God. What good is some little raggedy animal going to do for you for a law that God isn't having you follow anymore? My bad, brother. Go ahead.
Preach it.
Especially the book of Hebrews explains everything.
Yeah, Hebrews and Galatians. That's why we don't be out here trying to follow that law. You're wasting your time, because as soon as you sin, it's over. And we'll all do that unless you lie to yourself, which is a sin in itself anyway. So it's a wrap.
Logo.
Those animals don't deserve to die, but
you eat meat,
time,
right?
That was part of it, right?
No, but do you believe that God changes his laws, right? Meaning, even in the early times when they sacrificed animals for God, like not to like another god, but like to God above, and ate the meat, for example, what's wrong with that?
They didn't always eat the meat. A lot of times they burned it. I'm reading in the Old Testament right now.
Gotcha.
Sometimes the priest gets a little bit of it, but most of the time it's just burned. And so
that's not good.
I
feel you on that one.
It kind of seems like a waste of a life to just kill it and then burn it and not use it for anything.
As Muslims, we have a different belief. We believe all the prophets followed the same basic principles of religion, right? We don't believe the prophet threw stuff away. Like, we don't believe the Old Testament is today as it was when it was.
What a lie,
bro. So they believe. I know they believe in some different Jesus. I don't even like to call him Jesus because Isa bin Maryam or whatever they want to call him, right? But tell me how Muhammad and Jesus are the same. Just tell me how they follow the same anything. I mean, because Jesus clearly said, my father, right? When he goes to the garden, yet Allah says you can't ever call him that. So like we're already starting wrong. I mean, it's crazy to me, bro. And then here's the thing. When he's talking about, oh, you know, we do this with animals, whatever, they talked about the tithe and why the Levitical priests got it in the Bible. And then they even took 10% of theirs and also had to give it to God. So I'm talking like this is madness, bro. I don't understand how people even go with this.
This is madness. This is
I'm actually working on that clip for some live sports. It's like, you know, it's crazy, bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about as a Christian, why I stress reading the word and like following people who read the word and give you more word, because he's not even a silver tongue devil. He's more like a sloppy, muddy tongue devil. Like, it's not even good lies, right?
Split tongue devil. He'll say one side of his tongue and the other like a snake almost. You know what I mean?
And just like the devil, he's playing on their ignorance, because these are easily like there's been nothing complex yet.
Well, and what does he mean? No prophet ever threw anything away. How about then how about Moses when he no cap broke the tablets? God had to give new ones. What do you mean didn't throw anything away? What does that even mean? Like, is he talking about food, clothes? Is he talking about trash? What is he talking about? Doesn't throw anything away.
For people always moving too. People always.
I don't know.
Come on then. Here we go.
Was originally revealed, like for example, the first 5 books of the Torah to Moses. I think you have the same belief, because a lot of Mormons have criticized the biblical, connotation of the canon today, right? I mean, in fact, Joseph Smith had his own translation of the New Testament, but you guys don't use it.
It's not really a translation. That's kind of a.
It is. I have it.
He
translated it.
He didn't actually translate. He just read the New Testament and received.
Have you seen the Book of Mormon? In Genesis, at the end, it just goes on for 13 verses talking about how great Joseph Smith is.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, I mean,
I guess they're trying to say it was like a commentary. Maybe they're gonna cop out that way. I don't know.
I mean, I'm never gonna sit up here and defend Joseph Smith. That to me, that's like attacking Hamza. Like, they're just low-hanging fruit. But my point is, your book ain't no better, bro. Your book ain't no better. He's arguing from the presence that his book is better.
And by the way, he said that the Pentateuch, so the first 5 books, the Torah, was given to Moses, but we believe Joshua also wrote part of it. So I mean, where's Joshua in Islam?
Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense.
Well,
the point is that, read it. So there was no like reading the Greek manuscript and translating.
I think it is. Are you sure?
Yeah,
I have it, and it's actually side by side the one I have with King James, and he translated differently. It's not not reading the English and then writing another English. He actually looks at, and there's difference in verses. You can Google it.
I've read it. Yeah.
Have you read the side by side with the King James?
Yeah. So most of it's very similar, but as he read the King James version, he received inspiration to add inspired correction to it.
Didn't it say seal up the books?
That
but
is
many
what
of the verses, his translation has additional wording that is not in the King James. Not just the translation, but additional wording.
Yeah.
So you do believe that King James was wrong because he corrected it, right?
Not necessarily. We just think it was.
He's got him there, bro. He got him there.
Again, you're. It's not like that guy's defending truth, but you're trying to defend Joseph Smith. I mean, he who adds to the book, what happens? I mean, we have read what happens. They will add all the plays contained therein.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, so it's not like I'm gonna defend Joseph Smith, but at the same time, how does this help Islam? Like that, you see what I'm saying? It's one thing if he was standing on truth, but when you talk about 2 liars, like 2 wrongs don't make a right. I mean, what are we saying?
It's
seeing that right here.
Fallacy. Yeah, it's
fallacious. Seeing that right here. Right, let me click this. Ready?
As a whole, the King James version is generally correct, but it has its own imperfections.
But today, why don't you guys use his translation instead of the King James? Because he obviously corrected it.
Question. Okay. What if you ask Uthman, like, why don't you use a wash Quran? Why do you use a Hafs?
because the Hoffs contains some imperfections. I'll just add that line right there, just to, you know, that you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and what's up with all the Qira'at and the Huruf anyway? Right, that brought doubt to Ubayd ibn Ka'b himself, the best reciter of the Quran, and the Sahabi, by the way. They also had doubts about these quote unquote variations, which actually change meaning. I can put up somewhere in the description later a book that a Muslim scholar wrote about the variants that change meaning. Like, he ignored the ones that didn't change meaning and just spoke about the ones that do change meaning. And you have several examples, like one says, are you Joseph? The other says, you are indeed Joseph. One says, I marveled, and the other says, but you marveled. So I mean, doesn't that change meaning, right?
Yeah.
They're just coping. They're coping.
And he said that 116 surah is supposed to be in the Quran.
One's 111, 214, and one's 116. And then there's one that they forgot as well. So there's a bonus one hiding out there somewhere. So
not to mention, it's estimated, the last estimation I looked at on the topic from scholars and the Quranic manuscripts is that if you look at the changes that change meanings, it can change up to 30% of the book. So it's like, again, I mean, these people clearly, well, I mean, he's a liar. So like that is what it is. I mean, this is proven fact. So, but if you do research in your own religion, which I would hope these people do, because they're following a false one, you would clearly see that this dot for dot, letter for letter children's story is not accurate. Like you can, it's easily searchable.
Yeah, easily. And if they bring up Birmingham manuscript, guys, it's 2 folios.
Yo, check this out.
It's 2 pages.
Right, and then but that's the same people when they bring up the 2 to whatever it is, the less than 3 pages, but won't let us use our earliest manuscript, which is early 100s. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no equal weights and measures. Like, it's so crazy to me. Yet they want to jump and defend everything. And then if they were all so the same, why does man have to burn any of them? That's another great question I've always had. You know what I mean? And just interesting stuff there.
How did he do it? Anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because it's
no worries.
It's too big.
Makes sense, right? I mean, if he's a prophet who's getting direct revelation and he sees the King James translation has mistakes and corrects them, as a Mormon, I would think you'd be like, let's use his. That makes sense?
I suppose it would. Yeah.
It would make sense, but they don't.
Yeah.
Because I heard somebody copyrighted it, right? And then he had a split in the church, and they got the copyrights
for the
Joseph Smith translation.
I don't know.
You should look into it. I mean, you're on a mission. You should know your religion, know your history well, right?
That copyright must have made millions of pounds.
Oh man, I mean, come on, man, and not to mention his little sly move right there. Oh, you should know your religion, but if you ask half the Muslims out here, Hoff's Wars, they'd be like, what? They're not different. Like pop meat kettle, bro. It's crazy out here in these streets. That dude, yo, man, I have not seen this many lies to someone's face with a smile. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so convincing, bro. What am I buying?
Oh, he makes it sound so good. Look, see, you even got somebody in the comment. The manuscript been confirmed. They ain't say nothing about my early 100s copy of my Bible, though. It doesn't matter how much confirmed that is. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, they behave as though they don't understand the human affair of translating things. And they always feel like they affirm the consequence that like everybody translates everything with evil, malice, intent, that language doesn't change over time. My friends, we claim that the message of the Bible hasn't changed, and it hasn't. If you send somebody a message but tweak the verbs, it can still convey the same thing. It's just, it's not that complicated, really.
Yeah, not to mention, if you try to hang your hat on dot for dot, letter for letter, your hat's gonna fall to the floor every time. You don't know it because you don't research it, but it doesn't. I promise you, in 10 minutes or less, you can find out how much of a lie that is.
A slight breeze would take that cap off your head. Slight breeze would take that cap off your head.
I'm telling you, crazy, man.
He's got some spell over them, bro, Allah.
I mean, you know, we do research, but we don't have all the answers. We're just sharing about the Book of Mormon, how it's changed our lives, how it's changed other people's lives.
Yeah. So what do you believe about the afterlife?
I guess similar to you, where we believe there is
Heaven.
heaven is peace in the presence of God.
Okay.
With your family.
Okay.
We also don't believe
polygamy in heaven.
I don't know.
I think you do believe that because that's what I read. But
and then we don't believe in like a biblical.
Don't they have a marketplace?
Yo, what about the 72? I thought the whole point was, I mean, if you're a man anyway, I don't know what a woman's point is. I mean, because they ain't really listed. But if you're a dude, I thought you got 72 virgins in the afterlife. I thought that's what the whole chase was. So now you telling me he acting like it's different for him all of a sudden. I mean, isn't that the whole point? Is to go get 72 virgins to serve you all through eternity with your never-ending situation of readiness, we'll say. I'm gonna be Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Your member will not go limp.
Thank you.
That's what it says. Yeah.
She said it right there, y'all.
On the kebab that gave him the strength of 40 men.
Yeah, your never-ending state of readiness. That's all I'm saying. With your 72 virgins, not to mention some plucked from hell, right? I mean, you just get them from anywhere. Just bring them on.
You know what's funny? What's funny? That state is actually a disease that you have to treat. You have to make it go limp, or it just dies and drops off.
Yeah, 4 hours. That's correct.
But in heaven, apparently, I mean, and okay. Right. Just intellectually, right? What is the point of heaven?
To worship.
It's just that, okay, what's the point of playing a game if the game is exactly like real life? What's the point of going to heaven if it's exactly like the earth, but just with one or more achievements?
Just God just happens to be there. Don't forget that little side note. Yeah, it's just like you live now, but God just happens to be there. It's not like the epitome of perfection, the greatness of being one with the Creator, etc. No. He just happens to be there. Go get your endless boner on and your 72 virgins.
Bro, but you're forgetting the marketplace where you can look.
My bad.
You know what
the
I'm saying?
Digital marketplace, right? The digital marketplace.
The one where you have the pictures, right? And you can enter the
picture.
You
get it.
Yeah.
Yo, you got to put Albert's comment on the screen, bro. You got to put Albert's comment on the screen, bro. I'm just saying he ain't wrong. No, bro. You got to put that comment on the screen. Shout out to Albert on that one. That is pretty, bro.
Albert will love you. You're going to get a bell for that.
That's 100, brother.
Well, guys, if you're watching, smash a like just for Albert. And if you haven't seen his channel, the scripture plug Albert, go check him out. Love the guy to pieces. His content is fire.
It is fire.
Okay.
I agree.
It's fire, bro. Shall I click that button?
Yeah.
Let's click that button.
Well, like a Hollywood hell.
All right, good. Me too, man. We're good on that.
Really, the greatest punishment anyone can receive is not being in the presence of God.
Right? What do you think about the mark of Cain?
I don't know.
You know the mark of Cain?
No, I know what it is, but
what is it?
Well, it has roots in Genesis, but I really don't know much about it.
You really don't? You should read. Brigham Young explains it.
You should read. You
bro.
Don't know their own book.
No. He's lying, bro. Look, we're dealing with liars here, okay? He lying though. He know exactly what that dude is referring to. I know because I bring it up to people all the time when they ask me to join Mormon church after I deal with the scriptures. Like, how you gonna ask me to join when you say I'm cursed? You want a cursed dude to join you? Everybody know what he's talking about. Like, don't act like you don't know your own church. Mm-hmm. That dude, he pulled a straight move and it wasn't any good. He was like, huh? I have no idea. What? The mark of Cain. We all know Mormonism.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. We all, if your pigment look like mine, you know what's up with that. Don't even try it, boss. Don't even try.
If they knew how many holes he's shooting in his own religion when he's attacking theirs, it's like the Muslims are so ignorant, just as well as the Mormons are so ignorant. How many holes he's shooting in his own faith? It's ridiculous. But Takia, anything to get them in, bro. Anything to get them in.
I gotta give both these groups something though. They do know that they do know and care about looking fancy. People at Speaker's Corner, they are always like very up dressed, and so are the Mormons. Because we are just slobs. We don't care about those things too much, but they certainly do.
They're really nice people as well. I'll give them that. The hardworking, nice people, like Mormons are. It's a shame they're going to hell. Anyway.
I agree. They're definitely nice people as opposed to a lot of the encounters I've had with the other group on the
Oh yeah. Okay.
What does he say? Do you know?
I just know Brigham Young. He wasn't perfect. He said something.
He's a prophet, though, right?
Oh yeah.
So he got revelation from God.
Yeah.
So when God told him that mark of Cain is dark skin, that was revelation, right?
I don't know if he necessarily claimed that it
He did.
was revelation, and even if it was, Brigham Young was not without his flaws.
So as a prophet, when he brings a message, his message can be wrong.
Sometimes.
That's kind of weird.
Muhammad.
bro. Not only that, right? But didn't Muhammad have some interesting things to say about some pigmented folks himself?
I mean,
like something to do with raisins and something. You know, I'm just
called them raisin heads. Said the black dogs are shaitan. Exchanged one white slave for 2 black slaves.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Right?
Called him a
I'm just
ship.
saying.
A slave was called a ship.
Yeah, right. I mean, this says that shaitan sleeps in your nose, pisses in your ear if you miss the Fajr prayer. I mean, Muhammad was all about, water is not defiled by dead dogs and menstrual cloths.
Right.
You know, it's all about fever is from hell. Most of the torment of the grave is because of urine. We can go forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and also he was not a dark skinned man. If
Right.
either. So
Stage, bro.
if he was a
he looked
light
like the
skinned dude,
Mormons.
right, yeah, he looked like them. Yeah, so
Like that one in the middle.
right, that's what I thought. So if he was a light skinned dude and he had a problem with everything that was dark, don't we have a term for that? I thought there was a term, the path we're walking down. Maybe I'm kind of slow. I understand if I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I thought there was a term for these things. I guess we'll come to it later. I don't know.
If you ever want to see an oxymoron, go look at a black Muslim.
You know, I'll tell you something. Just a gold nugget fact, right? When I've been to a Muslim country, for some reason, all the beauty cosmetics claimed to make you look lighter.
That's right. They all have skin brighteners, huh?
I don't know why.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
man. I mean, for a prophet and everybody who loved dark things so clearly, why would they even promote such behavior? It's
poor people tend to be darker, like the girls that marry the very rich guys. They're all light skinned. It's just many coincidences. Hard to shake them off. Yeah.
Very interesting coincidence. Yeah, man.
Alan knows best. Come on, then. Here we go. I'm going to use my bell again. Oh, I love that. Check, please.
And if you're in touch with God, you're getting message. Then
yeah, but also Brigham Young still sinned because he was a man, right? He wasn't Christ.
Yeah.
And so he was capable of
lying about God.
So Christ
not necessarily lying, but
I mean, saying the mark of Cain is dark skin is not a personal opinion, is it? It's like that's revelation, right?
Here's the thing: is that revelation doesn't come in a vacuum. People are influenced by their
revelation doesn't come in a vacuum.
Bro, see the hoops you have to jump through when you defending false religion. So they on the defensive, saying like, no, it was revelation, but it wasn't true revelation. So now you calling God a liar. And then Sheikh Ibn Footnote over here is acting like his religion don't have the same stuff in it. So he's over here, they over here like, when all they could have just said is, yo, man, how about them raisins? Like, it just would have been over right there. Like, it would just been a wrap. Like, what do we see? This it's crazy to watch this happen because they don't know enough about Islam. That's the only thing going on because I mean, an angel brought us both religions. So I mean, hey, maybe the angels was high-fiving before they brought, each other religion.
And the most beautiful female partners you have in Jannah, they are so light-skinned that they're actually transparent.
Right. We wouldn't want any dark skin, would we? I mean, we wouldn't want that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I don't fit in. I don't know, but I'm just saying, I don't know.
Here we go.
Surroundings. So Brigham Young was influenced by his surroundings. He lived in America in the 1800s.
He was racist.
Everyone was racist back then.
So prophet was racist.
Wow.
Wow. Man, somebody might need to clip that. I mean, a prophet was racist. He doesn't say.
I've got a better joke for you. This is a Muslim. Ready? Islam abolished.
It's like chicken defending the KFC.
Oh my God, it is, isn't it? Come on.
Indeed. Well said,
bro. Tell me another joke. That one was amazing, bro. And the link, The link's there if you want to come up. Okay, bro, this is the gift that keeps on giving. I'm just watching two of my spiritual enemies blow each other to pieces, and we're just sat back going, "Oh my god!"
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie, man. That comment you just had on the screen is up there with "I almost heard God." Like I'm be hurting later. Like these stories that Islam be bringing out of people, they just hurt your boy HHS, man. I ain't gonna lie. I almost heard God. Like I guess he was struggling to speak. Maybe he's like, Islam abolishes racism. Okay, cool story, bro.
Cool, nice one, bro.
You know, it's funny
Check
because
these.
if you go to Sudan, right? You can get a slave like these days. I heard they're like $20.
Well, don't
Slave
forget in
market in
Qatar,
Libya.
it's huge in Qatar. I mean, also weren't
Yeah.
they responsible for the entirety of building of the Olympics, which
You know
a
what
big
else?
issue?
Yeah,
Bro.
you know what else happened in Muslim world until like 1960? Concubine market.
So here's a real life example. In Thailand, they used to go out, go on holiday, go to all the masseuse places and promise them jobs in Turkey or other places. They get them over and they'd steal the passports. And
That's what they do in Qatar today. Not yet.
They
today.
do it today. Yeah.
Today in Qatar. There was a big thing about that with the last Olympics that was there. If you
Dubai,
you could put it
Qatar.
right, yep, you could just put it right in the search engine because somebody go say HHS lying. Just put it in the search engine because I followed the whole story. The workers would get there and they would pull them. They would pull their passports and stuff. It's a true story, and they lured them with great jobs and everything.
We got someone out of Turkey in Antioch on a plane that she had to run out, jump on a scooter and go straight to the airport. We had to pay for the flight and got her out. Real story about 2 years ago. So yeah, it is happening.
It is, bro. It's more slaves today, according to UNICEF, than it was during slavery.
Bro,
I UNICEF, bro. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just look into it a little bit, but yeah, man. Like next thing you're gonna say Islam abolished slavery, and I'm gonna fall out my chair or something, bro. Get out of here with that.
Make it make sense. Here we go.
Makes sense to me. I don't believe it.
Makes sense to me. Okay, cool. Sorry, it wasn't even that, bro. I gave you 3 seconds and you dropped a wobbler again. I'm gonna okay. Let's let it roll. But come on, it makes sense to you. Cool story, bro.
Either prophet or racist. I don't believe the prophets in Islam were influenced on their message by their surroundings, right? Maybe what they like to eat and stuff like that. I get that. But if a prophet is tainted by racism, then that.
Bro, we've already been through this, but I just want to pause and just.
That message, if it's tainted, that's just wrong, right? Like how you
keep talking, bro. Just keep talking. This is gold. Thank you so much, Uthman. Thank you.
You're gonna follow a prophet who's racist against black people.
I think it's kind of like tossing the baby out with the bathwater, just because not everything is necessarily.
We should follow Islam, even though Muhammad was racist.
Not everything a prophet does.
But the message,
godlike. The core of their message is.
But again, like let's say you step on my foot, like that's a different. But if you came and told me that black people are black because they're cursed,
bro, what happens on the day of judgment? He paints their face black. The ones that are going
oh yeah, that's right too. The ones that go to hell will have like a dark resemblance, and the ones to go to heaven will have like a white resemblance. Yeah,
translucent almost.
I'm just saying, it's almost like we're not liked. I don't know.
Let's go.
For me to follow you, right?
Yeah,
because that's a message that's tainted, not a personal interaction, right? Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
they're literally destroying both faiths at the same time.
I was gonna say, so if the message is tainted, we don't need to follow. Thank you. That's actually the most gold he said in the whole clip, bro. If the message is tainted,
I think we've just won now, mate.
You know what's funny? I actually agree with him. Is that don't be mad at me, y'all, in the comments, but I actually agree with what he said right there. If the message is tainted, we probably should leave that prophet alone. Now, I'm just throwing that out there. Just saying.
Okay, sorry. Just had to. I thought I'd just finished the game then, and Christianity had won. You know what I mean? I just did a little victory stance, just a power pose. Let's continue. Come on, thank you, Uthman. Thank you. Do you reckon Uthman is actually a Christian in disguise?
Yo, I'm starting to put him up there with Central Dawah, where they're actually undercover Christians. They're trying to undercover move people to Christianity. Those two might be the best I've seen. I'm not gonna lie, at helping people become Christian. Well, I guess Ali Dawah was also in that bronze category, but you know what I'm saying? Like these people really help people become Christian. They're doing the Lord's work. You know how we have the 007? Don't worry, that's still gonna drop. You know how we have 007? They might be some serious underlings of 007. Bro, I'm just telling you.
Bro, I get it. I get it. I'm seeing it now, bro. Yeshua Akbar.
So like when you read in you know the writings of Brigham Young and even the Book of Mormon about you know the mark of Cain, that's like to me that would be difficult to swallow, thinking that God cursed people with dark skin, right?
I mean,
that's why you don't see a lot of black Mormons, huh? There are a few, but not a lot. Yeah.
There's actually the church is growing really quickly in Africa.
Yeah. Did you guys share that passage with them though?
I mean,
man.
Every now and then he hits the nail on the head.
Bro, not only that, but you know, some things are difficult to follow, like divorcing prepubescent girls. I mean, it's just some things are just difficult to follow. And I agree with him. Man, this guy, I shouldn't be agreeing. I'm telling you, he's undercover, bro. Undercover, leading people to Christianity. I'd like to thank him for his efforts, actually.
I love him, bro. Let's pray for him. Pray for his ministry.
Probably not. Right?
Everything's been published.
Yeah,
the church isn't hiding anything anymore.
Yeah, so. That's good. That's good. At least it's published. Yeah.
The church isn't hiding anything anymore, but Islam is. So you got to give them credit where credit.
Well, not only that, right? Islam is not only hiding stuff by not translating it into English, as you've been on some deep research with that for sure. But the reason the Mormon Church isn't hiding anything is because a book came out. Now I can't remember the title, but I can't remember if Rough Stone Rolling was the one after or the one that came out, and then they had to start releasing all the information because the information has come out about the church, so they had no other choice but to reveal many things. Anybody who does study into Mormonism will see this, and I do have all those books in my digital library. I won't let their paper come in my home, but nonetheless, you can learn all about Mr. Joseph Smith and his shindigs and the like if you want to get that literature. And again, if you want, I can get these to Brother Adam and source them in the description for you. The books that talk about this dude and all his greatness, for lack of a better phrase.
Come on, bruv. Come on. Okay, we're getting to the end. Muslims, if you are in the chat and you'd like to come up, or if you're Mormon, I know you're rare, come through. Come through.
Yeah, but they weren't allowed to be black Mormons until what, the 80s, was it?
No, everyone was allowed to join the church from the very beginning.
Nah, I think there was a time when you couldn't be a black Mormon. You better look that up. Yeah.
No,
Google it. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but it wasn't a ban on membership. It was a ban on receiving the priesthood.
So why couldn't you be a black priest?
You couldn't. No, not at the time.
Why not?
Because it was racism.
Honesty.
That's true. That whole thing is true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I learned about that. Actually, I learned that years ago from a Mormon. So that's true.
Honesty, though, bro. At least they're being honest. Like, they may be destroying the faith at the same time, watching two men shoot each other in the chest repeatedly, but one of them's being honest and telling him, I'm trying to shoot you in the chest. Yeah,
it just makes me wonder if the angels are upset that brought each of them their religion, that they don't know they should be working together. It just makes me want. I mean, it's a deep question I have. I'm gonna just get a little philosophical. My bad.
I think Uthman's got a gun in one hand and a gun in the other, and one's facing him.
Yeah.
The Mormons. He's just destroying Islam. Thank you, Uthman.
He's doing a great job, bro. If you do any research, he's doing a great job.
Honestly. Thank you, bro. Come on. Yeshua Akbar.
So the Mormon church was racist.
Yeah, but so was every church in the
Not Muslims. No Muslims are
Bro.
not racist in the 1800s. We've always had black Muslims. We've always had black Muslim scholars. We've always had black Muslim imams. And Chinese and white and brown.
That's awesome.
That's cool. You ever read the Quran?
I read some.
All right, cool, man. Well, take a read. If you have any questions, let me know.
Okay.
All right. Good talking to you guys.
What was your name?
Uthman.
Uthman.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I just saw like a car being shipped out from the back, sold.
Right? Look, man. Shaykh Ibn Footnote doing it again. Captain Ketchup.
Footnote, yeah.
Captain Ketchup at his finest right here. This is high quality entertainment right here. Somebody check his little outfit, make sure there's no ketchup on it. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, he'll fall over and need a police report or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, watch out for that dude. Watch out.
Uthman is anti-Dawa. Let's see if we've got any more juice at the end. We're going to squeeze this for the last few seconds.
Think about things, man. All right?
Think about things. Sila.
Oh, we do, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. We don't want to hear none of the hypnotic. Good on that.
So let's recap this one. We've just watched two people shoot each other in the chest, but one of them doesn't realize that the other one's shooting himself in the chest, and all the fellow Muslims by having this kind of, I'll say anything to you, and you don't know anything about my faith, but Muslims watching me, millions of Muslims watch this video, watch Uthman. And if they actually read their book, they'd be like, yo, bro, you're destroying us. Polygamy, racism, message.
Bro, that was nonstop friendly fire collateral damage. That's all it was, bro. It was, if you know anything about their religion, it was nonstop. Yeah, I'm talking to you, but really I'm talking about me. It's crazy, bro.
Exactly. It's projecting, wasn't it? It was projecting.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's like running into a wall with all your might. All you're doing is hurting yourself, bro.
I think even if I might edit this one up, but what I could just do is from now on have like Star Wars coming down with all the verses just coming through there and a nice bit of theme music. I think that would lighten the mood, make sure that we're not lying with their scripts, uncorrupted.
I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And just seeing some of these comments as we was watching this is wild, man. So now the point is not 72 virgins, huh? That's a new one. I have never had a Muslim tell me that until today. I have never heard that, but I'm learning something new every day. I don't know. It's great. But these same people that never come up on stage to talk to Brother Adam. I shouldn't be surprised. No.
It can't be defended. You don't need to defend it.
Yeah, look, here's what's sad to me. My bad. I ain't mean to interrupt. And I don't want to dominate the auction, but here's just what's sad to you, boy, because I only got about 10 minutes left. The internet is not an expensive thing. See, there was a time in human history where you really could lean on your own ignorance. You could be like, yo, man, I didn't know. Whether it's in some controlled library or it's in some area you don't have access to. Today, you can search endlessly for a topic. Like literally endless. Like I have on my computer right now, I have, I think, 2,000 books. I can literally just inundate myself with research on all these things. Yet these people can't take 5 minutes to see if anything we're saying is accurate. Even when you give them the verse and the tafsir and or the hadith, they still won't believe you. It's like, yo, man, you do know your brain works, right? That's why I love my dad, because he always told me, don't turn your brain off. And so even in church, if a pastor says something crazy, I look at him crazy too. We got some issues over here in America. Y'all don't have them as much over there. Y'all got some, but not like over here. But I'm telling you, like, all you need to do is open your little phone and just look at some of these things, and you'll see real quick, man, they're actually sourcing our material. See, because unlike Muslims, we don't just say your stuff's corrupted and that's supposed to end the argument. Corruption. And that's it. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. And we just go, hey, man, your book says this. Can you explain it to me? And that's normally where the problems start, actually.
You mean the avalanche?
Exactly.
The 24%?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, word on the street is, I've seen videos of imams talk about this, that college might be kind of dangerous because when people get educated, they leave. That I didn't say that. That is not a quote from HHS. I want that on the record. That was somebody else. If I need to source it, I'll get it for you again. But I'm telling you, just speaks. I mean, because I know my God told me I could ask him questions. So I'm very thankful. I can ask all types of questions.
Andy responds.
Yes.
So it's so unique, isn't it, about a living God?
Yeah. I mean, at least I don't have a story about almost hurt him. That would have been that would have been the one right there that made me would have questioned myself.
Corbin with the dead parrot.
Yo, shout out to Daily Corbin. That was man, I ain't never heard nothing like that, man. Any of my stories of interactions with Christ, I've never heard that.
That dead parrot, it's like sludge. Sludge only moves when people aren't looking. We've got matching sunglasses today. Do you know what I mean? Hold tight, sludge. Do you know what I mean? He got a bit jealous, but he never moved. When the cameras are off, he's a bit camera shy. But it's amazing, isn't it? A God that doesn't talk, a God that you can't know.
God that doesn't love you till you love him. Don't forget that.
Exactly. And he misguides who he misguides.
Right. So if you don't come to Islam, it's really he took credit for it.
Exactly. And then you've got to play the gamble. I mean, would you gamble your soul if a 1 in 73 chance of being in the right sect of Islam?
You know what? You know what's interesting? Like, I would feel bad if I was able to tell God, like, you know what? You created the greatest illusion the world has ever seen and believed. Like, Christ didn't really die. But, like, I can't really say, hey, it was bad, right? You have to say it was so good, God. It was perfect, in fact. that everyone actually believed it. So I mean, how am I guilty? I
And
just
then he
believe
made-
the perfect illusion.
Yeah, then he made those people uppermost who believe the illusion.
Exactly. Until the day of judgment.
Until the day of judgment, he made them uppermost after he deceived them. I mean, like, I'm just.
Allah's correct every now and then, isn't he?
Yeah.
Allah is
He's
correct
weird.
every now and then. And we boast of Christ's righteousness. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Bro, it is the gift that keeps on giving.
It is, brother.
It is the gift that keeps on giving. Right, guys, I'm not going to keep this a long one because I'm going to drop some videos this evening. But you know what time it is, don't you? It's time to say goodbye. Okay, so we're going to do it like this. Young Christian apologetic. God bless you, sir. His humble servant. God bless you, sir. Lily of Speaker's Corner. God bless you, sir. And for all of us at the 6'5" gang, God bless you. We shall see you later. It's time we say goodbye. You know what to do in the comments. Shalom, shalom.
الله يا حلوة يلا يا طعمة باي يلا مع السلامة يا بنت قدام المدرسة المديرة هتطرد الخصم مو وقته دحين يلا يا بابا الناس يلا مع السلامة مو وقته دحين قدام المدرسة امشي يا شيخة يلا مع يا شيخة خش
It is what it is. Okay.